Hi, this is Kristen. I am the artist behind Altered State Studio. I recently did an eco dyeing as part of a class, private lessons that I was doing up in Fargo. And like I said, we did the eco dyeing and the results were really nice. Like, we had fabulous results. So when I posted the video on Instagram, there were quite a few messages asking about, what we did, how we did this, that kind of thing. So I thought I would come on here and first of all give you just a quick disclaimer to let you know that although I am an artist, I am a mixed media artist, I am not an eco dyeing expert by any means. So I just wanted to make sure that I set the record straight here. But that being said, when I went to teach, I did want to make sure that when we did our eco dyeing lesson, that I had a few things. Part of my job, I think, as the instructor, as the teacher, is to help ensure that hopefully I am giving the best foot, the best edge to doing and making something successful. So that being said, I had done a little extra research on my own, again, just to make sure that when I taught and we did that particular lesson, that hopefully I was giving us an upper edge, and that it would allow us to, again, have really good, successful results. So just wanted to make sure I was being clear and transparent with you. Not an expert, not always great with rules and instructions, but yeah, this happened to work out. So I'm going to share the couple things that we did. The one was making what is called a modifier. So I made two jars for us. One was like a steel jar and the other one was a copper jar. And I will take you to the kitchen and we will get this mixed up. But like I said, I wanted to just go ahead and give you just a little background information just to make sure, again, I'm being transparent. There is a ton and a half of information out there on the internet, YouTube, any of that, right? So if you're into eco dyeing or would like to try it, like I said, we had really great results. But if you're interested, I am sure that there are people out there that may have additional information that will help, again, make it even that much more successful. So stay tuned. I'm going to give you the recipe and show you the modifier that we made, and let me know if you have questions and we'll go from there. Thanks. All right, so I have 2 quart jars. One will be steel and one will be copper. So, and we'll do the copper one first. Now I just bought like copper wire, 18 gauge. I picked it up at the hardware store, and I'm just gonna go ahead and open the package. I don't know that, like this said, 18 gauge, that kind of stuff. I don't know that that necessarily matters, just so long as it's copper wire. So I'll drop that into the bottom of my jar. And then the recipe for the modifier is essentially 1 cup of vinegar and 2 cups of water. So I'll do my vinegar here first. Ooh, we're gonna see if I better not pour with my left hand. And making a mess. This is just water. that aside. Now my second one here will be the steel one. And for this one, I just bought nails. They say like a bright wire nail. This is just like a regular steel. A couple things to note is that you should avoid anything that says like annealed. That has a particular coating on it, which makes them essentially harder to kind of break down and make rusty, and that's our whole point. So we're gonna go ahead and just dump that in. And again, I'm gonna start with the vinegar. I think I would have learned the first time. I'll set that down. There. So I essentially have them both ready to go. They should essentially sit for about a week before you actually use them. So the other thing I did want to just let you know is that I did take the covers off and just set them outside in the garage. They do kind of build up, I don't know, pressure within them. So I did set them, I didn't set them like outside in the sun. I don't want this to evaporate, but you could take the covers off and just leave them in, you know, an outside but vented area. And again, so we'll let these set for a week. And then I will do part 2 and show you kind of how we did the bundles and that kind of thing in part 2. So a week, stay tuned, and we will follow this up in a week from now. Thanks. One other quick note, the other thing that we thought was, and when I say that, my family, my son and my husband are scientists, and they both felt like adding salt to each of the jars was beneficial to kind of help move this along. So I'm using 1 tablespoon. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of salt to both jars. I am using just like a sea salt, and like I said, one tablespoon, adding both to each, and I'm just gonna set these aside and let them do their thing. So we will catch you in the next part.